I would say I'm very, very positive approach to life, yeah. I like rainbows and I'm very colourful, I have a very colourful personality and I like to spread colour all around. So. Hello, my name is Charlotte Parker and I'm jingling. I have been told, yes, I have been told that if I walk into a room and somebody, you know, it's not a very good atmosphere, I can bring the atmosphere up by probably making myself be a clown, but as long as I'm the one that's being a clown and making everybody laugh, it makes me feel better because everybody else is becoming happy, do you know what I mean? So I'd always say that I'm kind of a clown personality. I feel like when I'm performing I can be myself but be another character at the same time, so like, I don't know, it doesn't matter what you're doing or how you're being, because ultimately in my mind I am another person, so I'm being a character. So it doesn't matter whether I'm making a fool out of myself because I'm another character, but actually I am just being myself. I have probably become more of myself over the past couple of years, because everybody has said, oh, you've changed a lot, and I'm like, well, yeah, I know. And I think I've been allowed to become more free and just experience life a bit more and do lots of stuff that I want to do. Well, I've had many a time and many a conversation with friends about thinking and about life, usually late night conversations. And it always gets really deep and it's really interesting to hear other people's thoughts and feelings, and I really love listening to people. For example, I had a conversation with my sister and she was like, why is it that people have dogs and they walk dogs down the road, and then what is it about walking a dog down the road and they've got a dog on a leash, and what is this? And then it got on to, why are we lying on a bed, on a mattress, on top of a metal frame, on top of a floor that's on top of a concrete that's on top of ground and stuff. And I'm like, I sat there and then I say I'm thinking, which I am thinking, why are you thinking about this? What is the need to think about this? Like, you don't need to find the answers for this, because ultimately, if you do find the answer, then either you'll be disappointed or it'll lead you on to something else and think, well, actually, now I've got to figure out this bit of it. You don't need to figure it out, it'll figure itself out. I think it can be controlled. If somebody, for example, if I have a thought and I think, today I'm thinking that I want, I don't know, a cup of tea, for example, I can process that as a thought rather than overthinking it. So I can think, why am I thinking that I need a cup of tea? What is it that's made me want a cup of tea? Do I need tea or do I need coffee, or what is it, I'm tired? Why am I tired? Oh, I don't know, because I've not slept enough, or I'm overthinking about something else. Just think, I need a cup of tea. Oh, that was a thought. I think the media doesn't help because it's just putting all of this like in our faces and thinking, you should think about this because otherwise if you don't think about this then the world's gonna end, like something ridiculous. And I think a lot of people, probably like my generation, are always striving for more and for better, and because the media are putting it in their heads, saying like there's always going to be something better, you need to get there, you need to get to better, but what is better at the end of the day? Whereas like my mum's generation, you know, they were taught to get married at a younger age, have children at a younger age, and then that is life, that is what you do. And then they get to a point, and then is that point happiness? I don't know, is that point happiness for them? But now, then they watch the media and then it puts things into their head and they're thinking, oh, well, I don't have anything else to think about, so I'll think about this. Yeah. I always actually have this conversation with a lot of people because I always find myself saying, what is life? Like, what is life? And then I answer it for myself by saying, we live to die, basically. That is the point to life. But then what we do in between is how you make of it. Whether you want to have fun, whether you want to have a horrible life. People can change the way that their life goes. I always feel like there's there are lots of different paths that people can take. There's not just one path. So, answer to your question, the point to life is to die, genuinely. And what is afterlife? Is there any afterlife? I don't know, we'll never know.